Hello everyone and welcome to my wrist warm-up tutorial. This is a video that you can watch anytime you'll be practicing any of my core power classes, or if you plan to practice yoga asana that involves you being on your hands and your wrists a lot. So anything that involves arm balances, inversions, chaturangas, any postures that just put a lot of weight on the hands and the wrists. So one of the first things that I like to do is just circle out the wrist, just kind of see how my wrists are feeling on this particular day. If there's any tension in my hands or fingers or forearms, so just clenching and unclenching the hands, making some more circles, kind of flexing and pointing the wrists to just kind of see how they feel. And then from there, I move into a more advanced wrist warm up, pointing my fingertips down, straightening the arms as much as possible and keeping the elbows not locked, but the elbows and the arms nice and straight. So fingertips down, really stretch out the fingers, draw your thumb in, and then curl the knuckles up towards the ceiling and back towards the wrist, keeping the arms as straight as possible. You'll feel a nice little tightening and warming and burning sensation in the wrist and the forearms. So just kind of strengthening here, feeling that release all the way up to the shoulders. You can feel it in the wrists, forearms, elbows, sometimes the triceps. So we'll do this about 5 more times. Just inhaling and exhaling as you move. 1 more time. And then releasing the hands down to the floor with the fingertips facing back, pressing the heel of the hand down into the floor. You can scoot your knees back just a little bit and kind of rock yourself back as you press the heel of the hands down into the floor, spreading the fingers, so just stretching through the whole of the hand, seeing how that feels. If the hands are tight, if the forearms are tight. And then from here, walking your hands forward with the fingertips facing backward until the wrists are right underneath of the shoulders and the knees are under the hips. So making sure that the hands are shoulder width apart and the knees are hip width apart, coming into some cat-cows with reverse hands here. So drawing the shoulders away from the ears, exhale round, press the floor away, look back, feel that nice release through your forearms. Inhaling and lengthening for 4 more. Spreading your fingers nice and wide. And just seeing what you feel in the hands, in the wrists, in the forearms. Maybe you feel it up through the biceps, into the shoulders. 2 more here. And last one. Inhaling, really drawing the shoulders away from the ears, and exhaling and releasing here. Now turning the fingertips forward, we'll begin to rock forward and backward. So making little suction cups with your hands. You want the fingertips to be pressing into the floor and the heel of the hand to be pressing. So it's kind of like you're making a boundary or like a circle with the hands, and you're lifting through the center of the hand, really pressing those fingertips down into the ground and rocking back and rocking forward. You're bringing the shoulders as far forward over your wrist and fingertips as you can. So it takes a little bit of core and upper body strength here as well, keeping your feet connected to the mat so that you're engaging through your core and really warming up the wrists, strengthening through the arms, and getting your fingertips to see what it feels like to kind of balance your upper body here. 2 more times, rocking forward and backward. Again, keeping those feet connected to the top, to the mat, and then coming back to the center. Now we'll rock from side to side. So you're using your pinkies and your thumbs to keep yourself balanced. Just rocking from side to side here. Taking the shoulder as far over the pinky and the thumb as is physically possible for you. Making sure that you're not adding too much strain to the shoulders here. 1 more time on each side. Coming back to the center And then beginning to make some circles here. So making circles, further warming up the wrists and the hands. And then changing directions and circling the other way. Good, one more time. And then coming back to the center. Taking one hand, flipping your hand so that your palm is facing up and your fingertips are down. Spread your fingers as wide as you can, pressing the wrist down into the floor, keeping the arm as straight as possible, and then squeezing the forefingers towards the thumb. Good, we'll do that 2 more times. And then switching to the other side, shaking that wrist out. Palm facing up, fingertips back, straighten the arm as much as possible, press the wrist down towards the floor, and squeeze the forefingers towards the thumb. Good, one more time here, and then shaking that wrist out and releasing it. So now flipping the palms in different directions, taking the hands and the fingertips in whichever way feels right for you, palms facing up, palms facing down, spreading those fingers nice and wide, just seeing what kind of mobility you have in the wrists, warming them up just a little bit more here, rocking forward and backward, taking the fingertips back, palms facing down, really pressing the heel of the hand down into the floor, sink the hips back. Turn the fingertips back forward, 5 cat-cows here. Spread the fingers nice and wide, shoulders away from the ears. Push the floor away, look back. 4 more here. Really pressing the pads of the fingers into the floor. 2 more, feel the strength of your hands, forearms and wrists. And 1 more time, exhale. Inhale back to a neutral spine. Clasp your hands together. Begin to make some circles here. Change directions and go the other way. Shake your wrists out and see how you feel. That's your wrist warm up. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.